It appears Representative Matt Gaetz's party habits are back in the spotlight after a surprise filing was released Thursday night in a dropped lawsuit against the embattled Republican lawmaker. So this, of course, is related to Gaetz's alleged
sexual anarchy
with a 17-year-old girl. Now, the filing, which seeks to recoup legal fees from that dropped lawsuit, alleges that Gaetz had attended a drug-fueled sex party that included underage high school girls. So, this is according to a report from Jose Pagliari at Not Us. Gaetz is accused of attending a drug-fueled sex party in 2017 with the 17-year-old girl at the center of the alleged trafficking scandal. The court filing in Florida posted just before midnight. So, wow. The Not Us report states, the minor, who was a junior in high school at the time, arrived in her mother's car for a July 15, 2017 party at the Florida home of Chris Dorworth, a lobbyist and friend of Gaetz, according to court filings written by defense attorneys who interviewed witnesses as part of an ongoing civil lawsuit Dorworth had brought in 2023. So Dorworth did not want to be tied to this at all. So he sued. Now, one eyewitness, however, cited in the court filings that a young woman referred to as KM provided a sworn affidavit that claimed that the teenage girl was naked. Partygoers were there to engage in sexual activities. There was alcohol, cocaine, ecstasy, and marijuana present. Teenage girl was identified in the filings only as AB, adding that the defense lawyers filed testimonies from those three women who the attorneys say placed Gaetz at Dorworth's house that night under seal pending a judge's approval to make the records public. This marks the first time that sworn testimony has been referenced in public court filings alleging that the congressman attended one of the long-rumored parties tied to an alleged underage sex scandal, said Pagliari. So, yeah, that would appear to be confirmation there that Gaetz attended those parties. There are now three eyewitnesses, as I mentioned, to Gaetz being there. Even Gaetz's ex-girlfriend was there and provided testimony that lawyers say rebuts Dorworth's claims that he was not there. So now the congressman's ex-girlfriend's 11th hour testimony on September 3rd came just 2 days before Dorworth had dropped his lawsuit, defense attorneys said in the filing. The defense lawyers also relied on Dorworth's geolocated cell phone records. They've got the cell phone, which showed that he communicated constantly with the congressman that same day. All of it backs up previous claims by Gaetz's former associate, Joel Greenberg. In a confession note, Greenberg claimed that Gaetz paid him to arrange sex with several women and a girl who at the time was underage, 17, that same girl. The Beast also revealed private Venmo logs showing that Gaetz sent money to Greenberg, even using a nickname for the adolescent at one point when she had turned 18. Gaetz is currently facing a House Ethics Committee investigation into these alleged activities, and a woman has already come forward alleging that he had paid her for sex. So I don't know, man. It seems like he might be cooked this time. All right. So the thing is, though, I actually don't care if Gaetz paid an adult woman for sex. If it was just that, I wouldn't care. This wouldn't be news, right? But this was not a legal adult. I know the age of consent is different in some states, right? But that's not where this gets to the trafficking allegations, where he allegedly brought her from a place where she could not legally consent to a place where she could consent, so for the sole purpose of having sex. That seems like a clear definition of sex trafficking here, right? The other thing, of course, is the drugs. Consent cannot be given by individuals who are underage, intoxicated, or incapacitated by drugs or alcohol, or asleep or unconscious. And that's the even bigger issue, right? It's all about consent. The issue lies, if he had sex with her, not only was she trafficked for that purpose, and was underage, but she also could not legally consent to that activity, which makes his actions not only morally gross and repugnant, but also illegal. And yet, for some reason, he did not get charged by the Department of Justice after their investigation, which I assume would have been more thorough than this, would have found out all these details. So I have some serious questions about how this DOJ investigation did not lead to charges against Matt. I mean, considering how Joel Greenberg, the guy who set this up, he got 11 years in prison. And Greenberg is like, yes, Matt Gaetz was there. This is what I did. This is what I set up for him. Everyone else goes free? Except for Greenberg? What is he, the fall guy? Whereas Matt Gaetz, again, and everyone else involved, doesn't face any sort of criminal... No. This is... No. Look, the evidence continues to stack up against Matt Gaetz. And at some point, he's going to have to face his day in court over these allegations. And maybe at some point, he'll face some accountability. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.